W Salon at 1692 Madison Avenue. Kim the Nail Diva can provide all of your natural nail care needs. Please give us a call at 901-314-4100 to schedule your appointment.
And Monday, September the 28th, Relationship Unleashed is going to have part 3 or part 4 of their empowerment workshop series, Generation X, Y, and the Millennium. Can we all just get along? If you want to attend, we need you to go to relationshipunleashed.com to sign up and register. The workshop is free. We will have free food, free refreshments, and we have a dynamic lineup for you on Monday. Join the movement, Relationship Unleashed.
So bless you.
So are you tired of the same old thing? Well, One Q Dimple says the same is lame, baby. Check out Sean Campbell Clemons on Facebook at Mrs. Sean, cutest little thing, or on Instagram at 1CD Custom Kicks. Go on and check her out. You won't be disappointed.
Betcha!
Keep your day job.
But I betcha! We're back! Live on KWAM 990 Talk Radio. This is the Unleashed Voice, where our core values are education, empowerment, and enrichment. And we are live on this rainy, cloudy day.
It's all good. It's all good. So before we took a break, you were going to tell everybody where you been for the last 2 weeks.
Well, I've been in Washington, D.C., out on the Hill, the Black LGBT Leadership Community Summit with the National Black Justice Coalition and the National Black Caucus Congress. This was a meeting of activists within the community, leaders, elected officials, faith leaders, elders, adults, to participate in this education, organizing, and action planning of the community. And the theme of this year was, we are family, building a stronger roots together. And that's with physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, and social. And it's important to recognize that we are family. You know, Black Lives Matter. Transgender lives matter. DeWanna Johnson, she was murdered here in Memphis, Tennessee. You see the White Lives Matter. Lance Sanderson, that Christian brother, been denied to go to his prom. We are family. Financial health, like I said, economic justice, employment, housing, livable wages, entrepreneurs, racial profiling, voting rights, all those things play and go together. So we had a meeting of the minds. We sat down and talked. In the transgender community, they are in a very, what's the word?
Liberating phase right now?
Liberated and oppressive phase because of their rights being not available. They don't have the same rights we have. We have privilege in the community. They don't recognize their sexual identity that they identify with if it's not on their license. They're denied proper jobs. They have issues with obtaining jobs because of their appearance. So people don't understand the transgender community. So it's a lot going on with the transgender community right now, but they have made a lot of progression. But the issue is, we don't sit down and we don't talk about the issues that are affecting the community. And once again, we are all family in this thing together. So it was a very good, interesting meeting. Met a lot of people. Knowledge is a good thing because our people are destroyed because of the lack of knowledge. And so just intervening and talking with people of different racial, ethnicity, different states, different economic statuses. So it's a good thing to talk and learn and see what other people are thinking.
Interesting, interesting. So you were at the White House.
Yeah, in the White House.
Did you get a chance to meet Obama?
His name is President Obama. Don't be like those people. They call him Mr. Obama. It's President Obama. Thank you.
But did you get a chance to meet Hussein Obama?
President Obama was upstairs working while we was in the White House. His wife, the First Lady, left actually while we was in the White House.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, you know, doing those good things in Washington, D.C.
Okay. Yeah, because you've gone 2 weeks.
I know. And we didn't talk about the John Boehner and the Pope.
Yeah. We talked about the Pope, so I just got a text from Sean Campbell Clemons. She said I didn't do her commercial right.
Oh.
So let me do her commercial right.
Okay. So, give us some music, John, for this commercial.
Okay.
My mother, old lady, called in.
So this is dedicated to Sean Campbell Clemons.
No Lord.
And she says, are you tired of the same old thing? Well, one cute dimple says, the same is lame. Check out Sean Campbell Clemons on Facebook and at Miss Sean's Cute Little Thing. Or on Instagram at 1CD Custom Kicks. That's at the sign at 1CD Custom Kicks. Did I do it right, honey?
Child, cut that music off. What the world?
See,
you paying for this, honey.
You know, Sean, get your bail money. My mama stole some Lysol yesterday at ABC News 24. She stole Lysol. She went to the restroom. We had a news interview yesterday, so she went to the restroom.
You're not finna get on this radio and tell this story.
She went to the restroom yesterday, and so we were standing in the lobby waiting to go into the studio. So she walked out the bathroom, and she had a purse and her glasses and her phone, and had a big can of Lysol in her hand. And I was like, where are you going? And she was like, what? I was like, what are you doing? You got Lysol in your hand. And so she said she picked up all the stuff in the bathroom and walked out.
It's not like a motel.
So she stole the Lysol, so that's theft of property under 500, but it is stealing technically.
Michael Williams.
No, actually, I put it on the desk, so I left the scene of the crime.
So she stole Lysol yesterday in the bathroom.
I'm gonna call them and find out.
No.
No, honey, they probably have cameras everywhere. So they saw me put it on the desk.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that was really fun.
It was funny.
It was fun. Didn't you get on the radio too?
Well, hey, I tell you,
45,000 people.
I took an oath to uphold the law of the city of Memphis.
That's right.
Oh
my name is not Kim Davis. So, John Boehner. You know what? I have respect for John Boehner now. I'm gonna tell you why.
Because you know I was going to say something.
No, I'm going to tell you why. Because if his resignation came from the Pope convicting him and convicting Congress on what they told him, and John Boehner said it is important for a person to seek inner peace and tranquility. So, if that is true, I have respect for him because that means he really honors his religious conviction and doing the right thing. Not doing his interpretation, but doing the right thing. And letting the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit or whatever the Catholics believe in, that higher being or the Pope, lead him in the right direction. So if that's the case, kudos to John Boehner.
So it took all this time for him to get whipped. Right.
Well, we all get whipped. It takes a long time for a lot of us to get it right. You have to get whipped sometime to get it right.
Well, I think that this should be a wake-up call for minorities. Because there's a battle now for who's going to take John Boehner's spot.
Yes.
And it's an old cliche. You know what you got. But you better be careful, baby, because you don't know what you're going to get.
Be careful what you pray for.
And what you ask for.
You may get what you pray for or ask for.
And they're trying to shut the government down.
Next week. Food stamps. Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood. So they do a lot more than just what they think about abortion. They do a lot of prenatal care. They do a lot of reproductive care. They give out safe sex. They do education. They have forum. They're very community. They do outreach. All of these things. So it's just not about the abortion aspect that they were attacked for. That hidden tape, and they want to shut the government down because they want to defund Planned Parenthood, and somehow the food stamp USDA program is tied into that. And I got to research a little more, but it's going to be real interesting. And a lot of people are going to be hurt for those few people that's sitting in your legislation and your Senate and your state representative. You need to vote. Get out and vote. You're going to have to change that because you talk about privilege. I looked around the hill, the Capitol where the Pope was, and it was ridiculous for the representation sitting there listening to him.
Oh, it's about, we have a handful.
Okay. And most of those people were guests. They were not members of our legislative body.
Yeah, yes, I am.
But you forgot to mention, we met Miss Gay America, Blair Williams, yesterday in the studio
at
ABC Local 24.
Today. We did.
Beautiful spirit. So I think she's in town for Pride. So if you're listening, Blair Williams, we pleasure meeting you on yesterday, and good luck on your pageant that's coming up in October. They're going to be here in Memphis, Tennessee. Another thing that you forgot to talk about, son, you forgot to talk about the Unleashed Voice magazine.
Absolutely. Woo! The Unleashed Voice
baby.
magazine.
Yes.
Be distributed in Mississippi, Tennessee, and Arkansas, coming November 2015.
So what is the drive behind the Unleashed Voice magazine for you?
Well, other voices need to be heard.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good to hear the same voice over and over again. And some people are privileged. That word privilege, we take it for granted. But you have people in small rural countries, counties, and cities in those 3 states I named who are not privileged to have certain information given to them. I.e. health disparity issues, educational, financial, literacy, anything you think of, those people in those areas are not privileged to the information. So it's important to get that information to them. And it's also important to get the voice of the community out there. I don't want to see a page or 2. I want to see a whole magazine. I want to see something that resembles me. I want to see something that resembles my sisters and brothers, transgender sisters and brothers, my lesbian sisters and brothers. So everybody, so we're trying to do a different flavor, do something different. The same is lame, in the words of Sean Campbell Clemons. So let's stop doing the same thing. Let's do something different and go from there. So that's the driving force of the Unleashed Voice magazine.
So what would you say if somebody tell you that we too gay?
Too gay? I say, you're right. I'm very happy. Because I'm happy.
Well, one thing for me, the driving force is that if it's something that you see wrong,
mm-hmm.
and it just really, really unnerves you,
mm-hmm.
instead of complaining about it, instead of telling the whole world about it, see what you can do yourself
mm-hmm.
to change it.
Mm-hmm.
To change it. And I felt that deeply, that I want to be able to tell my story
mm-hmm.
through my own eyes and through the eyes of my LGBTQ sisters and brothers. And I want to be able to write my own story,
mm-hmm.
and also portray myself in my authenticness
mm-hmm.
as the way it should be, not through the vision of someone else that's trying to recreate this
mm-hmm.
or capture it or capitalize off of it. So that's one of the things I think is going to be. It's going to be urban.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be modern.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be sexy,
mm-hmm.
definitely sexy, and we're going to be classy. So I think all those elements coming in together is going to be something that the city needs
mm-hmm.
and will hopefully propel us into an area where we will begin to get recognized outside of our state.
Well, once again, you have to expect opposition.
Oh, definitely.
And opposition certainly comes with the territory when you try to make the most of every opportunity. And so opposition comes when you're doing stuff right. And that Satan or that evil spirit is not pleased when you're doing something right, because people are jealous when you're trying to do things right. They have that change phobia spirit. They have that controlling spirit. So opposition follows every opportunity that is given to you when you're trying to do something positive. But opportunity is good for us.
I think what resonated with me, 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
One thing was all this week we've been playing Be Grateful. Tremaine Hawkins and Walter Hawkins.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just 2 parts that just kept wouldn't leave me.
Mm-hmm.
Be grateful
mm-hmm.
because it's someone worse off than you.
Mm-hmm.
Be grateful because someone want to be in your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So be grateful. I just couldn't figure out. Then crisis. Here come crisis.
Mm-hmm.
In the Chinese language, crisis means 2 things.
What?
Danger and opportunity.
Yeah. That's good.
So crisis, you can look at it, so you're going to either navigate toward danger or you're going to navigate toward opportunity. I look at it always as opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Because when one door closes, another door opens. 2 doors open today, and 1 door closed. So my thing is that I expect opposition at all times, and I never ever panic when something happens. I might get a little frustrated,
mm-hmm.
but I never panic because I say, well, God, what's next? What's next?
And you have to remember that your words are powerful when you have opposition.
Mm-hmm.
Because Satan will put words in you to mess up your psychological warfare, to manipulate your mind. So you have to keep the proper words in your artistry or your not artistry, your
affirmations.